So we're going to look at stem and leaf plots. The stem is the number left of the line, typically, and the leaf will be a sequence of numbers. Notice how they are organized from smallest to largest. So for the bottom row here, those numbers would be 91, 94, and 97. That's how we would read it. So we're going to find the mean, median, mode, and range. Let's start with the range. So that's going to be very easy to find. That's the largest number minus the smallest number. So 97 minus 70 is 27. The mode is the number that comes up the most, and that'll be 77. That's repeated 2 times. The median is going to be the middle number since they're organized from smallest to largest. So I'm going to go back and forth. Notice that there are 10 numbers there, so we're going to have to average the middle 2. So 70 cancels out with 97, 73 cancels out with 94, 77 cancels out with 91, 77 cancels out with 85, and then I'm left with 2 numbers, the middle 2, and I have to average them. So 82 plus 83 divided by 2. We have 165 for the numerator. Obviously, you can probably do this in your head, but it's going to be 82.5, and that'll be the median. And then for the average, or the mean, I'm going to add all of the numbers up and then divide by 10, because that's how many numbers that are there. So simplify the numerator first. You add all those numbers up, and you get 829. And remember that the average has to be somewhere between the smallest and largest number. So that's an easy way to check. So 829 divided by 10 is going to be 82.9. And we can do the same thing for the next question. Notice there's only 7 numbers. So let's find the range. The largest number is 83. The smallest number is 65. And 83 minus 65 is 18. Mode is the number that comes up the most, and that's going to be the 83 because that comes up twice. The median is going to be the middle number, and since there are an odd number of numbers there, 7, we don't have to average the middle 2, so 65 cancels out with 83, 68 cancels out with 83, 74 cancels out with 80, and we're left with 75. And again, to find the mean or the average, we're going to take all the numbers, add them up, and divide by how many numbers that are there, which is 7. So adding all the numbers to the numerator, we're going to get 528. 528 divided by 7 is about 75.428. So if we rounded that to the nearest tenth, it'll tell you what to round it to. We would get 75.4. On to the last question, we're going to make a stem and leaf plot. So the first thing I want to do is look at the first digits. So I have a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 2. There's nothing else. So it's somewhere between 20 and 60. Actually, there's a 6 there. So on the stem side, I need to have a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6. Then I look at the 20s. All I see is a 25, so I can cross that out, put the 5 here. For the 30s, I see a 38, a 35. So I'm going to go to 5 and 8 because we do want these leaves in order from smallest to largest. For the 40s, I see a 43 and a 47. And then for the 50s, I see a 56, a 56, 58, and a 59. Notice that the leaves will repeat, so we write it each time. So we have 2 56s. And then lastly, we have the 68. And that would be our stem and leaf. If you have any kind of questions, ask your math teacher.